All right, let's dive right into this explainer and uncover the profound, hidden connection between your gut health and female hormonal balance. Today, we're exploring the groundbreaking research of Marta Leon, an absolute expert in women's hormonal health. And what we're going to see is that so much of what we thought we knew about our bodies is actually just incomplete.
We really need to start by asking ourselves an incredibly important question. Why on earth has society normalized menstrual pain, extreme fatigue, and severe bloating as just standard, unavoidable parts of being a woman? We hear it all the time, right? That it's just normal to suffer. But honestly, living in pain or feeling exhausted all the time is your body asking for help. It is absolutely not a biological requirement.
In this explainer, we're going to walk through 6 key areas: the hormone secret, meet your estrobolome, the 60-food diet, habits for a flat belly, preparing for menopause, and microbiota and fertility.
All right, moving to section 1, the hormone secret.
So traditionally, when we talk about female hormones, we only ever point to the ovaries and the thyroid. We think of them as the factories, right? Well, here is the complete view. Your gut is actually the ultimate center of operations. It literally makes the final decision on which hormones stay in your body and which ones get eliminated. If your gut is inflamed or unbalanced, your entire hormonal system is going to suffer the consequences.
Next up, section 2, meet your estrobolome.
Okay, get ready to meet a biological hero you have probably never heard of. Meet your estrobolome. This isn't just your regular, everyday gut bacteria. This is an elite, highly specialized team working right there in your digestive tract. Its main job? To act as a hormonal recycling center. So when your ovaries produce estrogen, it does its job and then heads to the liver to be inactivated and sent to the gut for elimination. But your estrobolome is so smart that if it senses your body actually needs more estrogen somewhere else, like your skin or maybe for ovulation, it can autonomously reactivate those discarded estrogens and send them right back into your bloodstream. It's essentially a perfect autonomous backup system.
Section 3, the 60-foot diet.
60. Yeah, you heard that right, 60. To keep your microbiota healthy and balanced, you need a highly varied diet of at least 60 different foods per week. Think of your gut microbiome kind of like a massive wedding reception. Every single bacterial guest wants to eat something completely different. Someone's sweet, someone's savory, some are looking for specific fibers. If you're only eating the same 20 or 30 foods every single week, you're literally starving huge portions of your estrobiome. We have got to open up our menus.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Here's a super actionable breakdown of a perfect daily menu to make sure your estrobolome is well fed and happy. Start your morning with a natural probiotic, like kefir or yogurt, mixed with berries for those polyphenols and chia seeds to hydrate your intestinal wall. For lunch, you want to load up on green prebiotic fibers, a really good protein and healthy fats. And for dinner, keep it simple, keep it nourishing. 2 eggs for essential protein, which is especially crucial as we age, by the way, paired with a warm miso broth to introduce even more natural gut-soothing ferments right before bed.
All right, section 4, habits for a flat belly.
Look, if you are still battling that extreme, super uncomfortable 7 p.m. bloating we all hate so much, it really comes down to how you eat. And this right here is a total game changer. Starting a meal with bread, which is common in so many of our cultures, immediately spikes your blood sugar and hits your stomach without any prep whatsoever. But if you just delay the bread and start your meal with greens or maybe a carrot, you prime your gut with prebiotic fiber. This simple little swap keeps your blood sugar stable into a gentle plateau rather than a sharp spike, and it signals your bacteria to start producing the essential digestive enzymes you're going to need for the rest of your meal.
And here is another golden rule that might actually surprise you. Do not drink large glasses of water during your meals. Why? Well, your stomach produces these incredibly powerful gastric juices to break down your food. Drinking too much water right as you're eating just dilutes that acid, and that leads to slow, terribly inefficient digestion, food sitting way too long in your gut, and yes, serious bloating. Try to hydrate an hour before or an hour after your meal instead.
Now, if you do get bloated, Marta Leon has this magic recipe for a flat belly infusion. And guys, this isn't just tea, it's practically medicine for your estrobolome. It combines oregano and thyme, which act as really powerful natural antibiotics. Then you add a clove, which is a fantastic antiparasitic, throw in some anise to naturally dissolve gas, and finish the whole thing off with fresh ginger to activate your metabolism and stimulate those digestive enzymes. It is basically the ultimate reset button for an inflamed gut.
Moving right along to section 5, preparing for menopause.
As we approach menopause, our ovarian estrogen naturally drops. And because estrogen actually helps metabolize energy, a drop in estrogen means you just can't process carbohydrates the way you used to. You've got to adapt your plate. You need to significantly reduce those carbs because eating them late in the day can actually trigger night sweats and hot flashes and really increase your protein intake. This shift is totally non-negotiable if you want to preserve your vital muscle mass and avoid that unwanted menopausal weight gain.
So here are the exact targeted nutrients your body is quite literally craving as you age. You need orange foods like carrots and apricots to hydrate your internal mucosa and combat dryness. You absolutely need omega-3s from fish at least 3 times a week to protect your heart and your brain. You need phytoestrogens. Those are the natural plant estrogens found in chickpeas and lentils to gently balance those dropping hormone levels. And you absolutely must optimize your vitamin D.
But hey, it's not just about food. We need a complete reframe on how we view exercise. Muscle is not just for mobility anymore. Muscle is an active endocrine organ. You have to incorporate strength training into your routine. Healthy muscle actively metabolizes blood sugar just by existing. Having a higher muscle mass protects your joints, ensures your independence as you get older, and acts as this massive metabolic engine to keep your hormones perfectly balanced.
And finally, Section 6, Microbiota and Fertility.
It is honestly fascinating how closely all these systems communicate. An inflamed, permeable gut, which often comes from an undiagnosed issue like celiac disease, creates a massive systemic immune response. Your whole body goes into high alert. Now, when you're trying to conceive, your immune system needs to be super calm and accepting of new DNA. If your gut is constantly leaking inflammatory signals, it confuses the body's immune system, and that can directly hinder a healthy pregnancy.
And remember, the microbiome extends way beyond just your stomach. If you're looking to boost fertility, you have to check your other microbiomes. Your vaginal microbiota, specifically lactobacilli, actively cooperate to help sperm travel. They literally guide and protect them. Furthermore, check your dental health. Hidden bacteria from an untreated cavity or periodontitis in your mouth can actually enter your bloodstream, trigger system-wide inflammation, and block conception entirely. Everything is connected.
I want to leave you with this absolutely powerful thought from the presentation. To have good health, you have 2 options: take pills or take decisions. We live in a modern world that is, frankly, inherently hostile to female hormonal health. Between all the stress, the processed foods, and the constant rushing around, you cannot just float down the river and expect to magically arrive at good health. You have to actively pick up the oars and row. You have to take control.
So I'm handing it over to you. Whether it's adding just 5 new foods to hit that 60-food goal, brewing up a cup of that flat belly infusion tonight, or picking up a pair of weights to build up that endocrine muscle, what is the one decision you are going to take today to reclaim your hormonal health? Think about it, make a choice, and let's get that estrobolome working for you.